So almost a year ago, I bought a house and I almost lost it within 4 months. Along with all my businesses, I almost went broke from having over $100,000 to having $0 in the bank account. And today I'm going to talk to you guys what entrepreneurs face and what we have to do to get to the next level and the risk we have to take. And also got bit by spiders, so my arm is swollen. Just came back for urgency care. And yeah, so I'll kind of be chilling like this, letting it sit on the ice pack for now. But let's get started on this video. So the question is, what was the cause? What was the moves that I made that almost made me lose everything from houses, studios, you know, all my investments that I've done along with my personal money. So about a year ago, we're almost approaching a year. So we're about to hit August, but it's September is when I bought this house. A year ago, I got the house and I put 20% down. So this house alone was about $150,000 that I had to put down to put the 20% down. So the payments could be a lot lower, avoid the PMI. I was basically not making a lot according to my taxes because, you know, I had a lot of write-offs. So there was no way for me to get a house unless I went this other route, which is a conventional loan route. It's a whole process. I could talk to you guys if you guys want. A lot of mistakes I see is a lot of you guys report a lot because you guys want to get a house. There's other ways to go about it. Just letting you guys know, okay? But yeah, I put $150,000 on this house. That was basically all my money, 20% of it, right? And then 2 months later, I have a studio. I have a school studio, kind of built it out to look like a school. And 2 months after getting this house, the owner of that studio said, "Hey Mario, I'm actually opening up more space in my building. Would you like to have the other space?" And I said, yeah, like, can I take a look at it? I go and look at it, and it was a good price. And I started getting to me because I'm like, I just got the house. I know what we have in the bank account. We practically don't have much. The house kind of took all our money for the most part. And it was a scary feeling. You know, economy's going down as we're speaking. And I'm just scared, but I know deep down, I've always wanted to open up this subway train station studio. It's been in my mind for the past 2 years. And this was like the perfect size. I didn't know exactly how the whole layout was gonna be, but I did know I wanted to do the inside of a subway studio. Didn't know how we were gonna build it because we had no experience, but I just knew that was the goal. And I had a little thinking of to do, and of course I wanted to back out as a lot of my investments. I kind of want to back out last second. Leading up to it, I'm like, I'm ready. And the moment it's time to happen, I get a little scared, guys. I'm not gonna be honest. As all the things that you guys see me do, if you guys follow me on Instagram at Mario Visions, yeah, I do a lot of things, but I get scared with a lot of things that I make, guys. So what made me go pursue that studio? It was my girl, which is a high thing I want to cover. You guys need to have a partner that's willing to push you and make you grow, because if you have someone that's just not thinking about you and the future of both of you, you know, that's not going to be the strong partner for you. My girl told me, you have to do it. And it was crazy because she knew financially where we were at. But she was like, if you don't do it today, you're going to be complaining for the rest of your life as far as, why didn't I do it? And I'm going to hear you talk about it every single day, and it's going to annoy me. And I'm like, you're right. I will be that type of guy. So she knows me really good. So I decided to go in on that studio. But leading up to that studio, I kept hitting up different homies, different people. Like, hey, bro, you have 15 grand. You know, you want to invest in the studio. It's a good opportunity. I feel like it'll do good, but it is a risk. But everybody wanted a high percentage when they brought nothing to the table. Like, I was bringing in the idea, the resources. I just needed cash because I just spent so much money in the house. I wanted to protect myself a little bit, you know? But I knew it was going to do good. But everybody wanted a high percentage. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I have I have all these past investments that I've done that shows the proof of concepts. Like, all my studios have worked out because I know the market and I really study something before I release or even think about investing in something. But everybody wanted a high percentage, so I said, you know what? Nah, it's like, it's not even worth it. So me and my girl decided to do this on our own. And the total budget that I wanted to set for the studio was $25,000. And I think total we had in the bank account was about $30,000 at that moment. So imagine going from almost $200,000 all the way down. And I'm like, dude, this is like, it's a scary time. No loan, no nothing. I've always been the type of guy to go all cash just because I don't like owing the bank. I don't like owing anybody. I don't like to be in debt. There's a time and place to use debt, and I'll talk about it on a future video because a lot of social media influencers don't say it the right way. A lot of them are in massive debt, and they're always saying use the bank, but the bank owns them. I'm the type of person, if you're going to get a loan from the bank, you own the money already, and you can pay the bank whenever. That's you owning the bank and using your money. There's a different way, and I can talk about it on a future video. Because a lot of people do out there be flexing and lying, and they don't know how to speak on this. I'm telling you guys from experience. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so we went all cash, and during that process, I was obviously making money with my other investments, so my money was going back up. But at the same time, this studio went from $25,000 to over $50,000. I think it was probably like $52,000. Let's average it, $50,000. I went 25 grand over budget. And I can't tell you guys, seeing the bank account, like having to make $35,000 a month in expenses dropped down to $5,000. That's all I had. That was a big fear in me that I'll never forget. I promise you guys, I sat down, I started working, I started grinding, I started figuring out like what else can I do in that moment to promote myself, get a lot of filmmaking jobs. Like I gotta hustle, grind, I gotta get my money back up. And obviously I knew the other studios were doing good to like, eventually they're gonna pay themselves off, but this new studio, that's another big expense I have to make now. So I took a big gamble, went 25 grand over, but after 3 months, guys, I got my money back. Not the 50 grand, but I went back up to like a safety net. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about, guys. A lot of the times, first of all, let me clear it up. It's never a perfect moment. I don't care how much money you have. It's never a perfect time, a perfect moment. You have to trust yourself and believe in the vision that you want to do. No one else is going to believe in your vision but you. So if you want to invest into something, whether that's 50,000, 100,000 like I did in my other one, you have to just be willing to trust yourself, trust your work ethic, trust that you're aware of the market and what you're doing. Are you solving issues, problems? Like there's a lot of things you have to check, and it's very scary. You have to be willing to invest and lose out on money practically. You have to be okay with that. And in this moment, I was not okay with it, but at the same time, I believed in it. And sure enough, 3 months later, it started doing good. So this video is just to overall kind of open up your guys' eyes. If you guys are entrepreneurs, you guys have to be willing to invest. Stop always trying to play safe. If you guys ever get that opportunity, just hopefully this video helps you guys. But if you guys are ever in my situation, you have to be willing to lose it all. And I don't mean like, fuck it all, you know, like, oh, I don't give a damn, like, let's just go crazy. No, you have to still be a little bit smart, but you have to be willing to take it and invest and risk and understand that you're willing to put the work in, that you're not going to let it fall. And if things are going wrong, you're still going to be able to figure it out. You're going to be a problem solver. You're going to be that type of person. And I'm that type of guy. As much as I hate it, because when I go through those things, I got to put in work. I apply pressure to myself and I go all in. And, you know, it's very scary, but I know the type of guy I am, and I don't make excuses. No one's going to feel sorry for me. And there's no one out there. Only I can feel sorry for myself. If I don't pay the house, no one really cares. I lose the house, but it affects me. So I also have to be the one that puts the work in for myself, for my future. The day I'll have kids, I want to be able to enjoy it with them. I don't want to just be working every single time, not being there, seeing my kids. I want to be financially stable, and this is the time for me to put in the work and be able to take the risk, be able to take the challenges. I know the house, as I mentioned, it's not an investment. I would highly encourage you guys to not get a house unless you have other businesses paying for the house. You shouldn't have to work to pay the house. Like, I've been a big person when it comes to that. If you guys want me to also dive into that, I can. Hopefully this video was able to, you know, kind of make you guys see things differently. Not myself or a lot of entrepreneurs out there that you guys are seeing be successful. It's not always that nice. We go through things that we don't tell people, but it's because there's no time. It's like we got to just grind and put in the work to bail ourselves out of this situation, but we don't pass up on opportunities. Even if we're not ready, we're going to figure things out. How are we going to do it? What are we going to do? That's the mindset you got to have to be successful. You can't always play safe and sit down. Well, whenever I have 100,000, I'm willing to invest 50. No, if you have 50 today, why don't you invest that 50? Let the money work for you. I'm a big person where I always tell people it's okay to have 6 months worth of savings in your bank account. After that, what the hell is your money doing in your bank account? It ain't helping you. With this inflation, is actually decreasing. That $1,000 is basically $100. 100,000 is basically 10,000. Like, that's the life that we're living in today. So we got to figure out how to play with it and stay ahead of everything and keep growing, or try to keep growing, because it's better to try than to not try. It's because trying will get you one step closer to your dreams. Not trying will just have you regretting things in life. And I'm not the type of person that likes to live with regrets or wish I would have tried this. I like to just go in on everything while I'm living. Later on, I want to be proud of myself saying I did it. And I want you guys to do the same thing. If you guys are in my shoes and you guys are thinking of investing into something, be willing to go all in. And to finish it off, if you guys are new here, consider subscribing, and also understand I did not come from any family that makes money or anything. I had to grind my ass off. I was in a massive debt shit show back in the day. I just put in the work. I discovered filmmaking. Filmmaking changed my life. I made a lot of money off of it, doing what I love, which is a blessing, but I never chased a dollar. I chased the passion, and the money just somehow came to me, and that's the biggest blessing. So never chase a dollar, chase your passions, and watch everything kind of just go into its own thing. So that is almost how I lost my house, but I didn't put in the work, didn't make excuses, and we made it happen. So if you guys are in that situation, make sure you guys put in the work. Do not let anything discourage you. If you guys need any advice, hit me up at Mario Visions, and I'll be happy to kind of guide you guys, because I wish I had somebody, but I didn't. I had to do it on my own, but I'm always there if you guys need it. If you guys have any further questions, I do have consultations where we can talk one-on-one and explain to you guys what is it that I do, how do I do things, and help you guys scale and get one step closer to your dreams. That is one thing that I really want to push anyway going forward. But for now, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.